Hello everyone, I'm Tail back in another video of the Zero to Hero series. Last time we got the first two voice stones, now it's time to try some league mechanics and improve our build so we can get the last two. I'd like to apologize for the slight delay on the video. I had a few things IRL going on and didn't get much time to edit, but enough with that. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please remember that liking, subscribing or commenting is a huge help as it boosts me into the algorithm. I am aiming to hit 1000 subs by the end of the summer, so any feedback means a lot. As you can see, harvest is what we do first, with crop rotation of course. It is a great mechanic and in my opinion, one of the best for solo self-found. Since we are using mines, we can safely kill the monsters from distance. Not much has changed, the skill tree, damage is okay for mapping, but we need much more than that for the last two pinnacles. In order to craft a better weapon, we will use Essence of Woe, which we passively gain from imprisoned monsters in our maps. Those can also be tough to kill, but it's alright. Kirak is also gonna be a huge help for Atlas progression, as it's gonna give us a lot of maps that we can run and get free Atlas points. We also unlock our Pantheon nodes using Divine Vessels on specific maps and killing the bosses. Completing Blight encounters is going to be necessary as we don't spec into this mechanic, but we really need to anoint our amulet. There is not much to do with the ults, so we just land them on some flasks to make them better. With this many, we won't get any perfect ones, but we did get decent ones. You know, you gotta keep some microtransactions for additional luck. Map rolling stays the same, and surprisingly, we can still find upgrades by identifying random drops. Crop rotation can be difficult to understand and sometimes even more time consuming, but the payout will be worth it most of the time. Also, we definitely need chaos rares, so harvest rerolling on anti-searing bases is the way to go. We can also use essences, but we didn't get that many and this is an overall cheaper and better method. We are however going to fully cap our resistance with this lucky roll on a temporary good build base. More crafting for a better helmet and you know what time it is. After many betrayal maps, we finally get to Katarina, which is a great way to test our damage and also take the chance of dropping a Veiled Orb, which we could use to get a Lucky Slam for an upgrade. Chaos Res Cap makes this fight pretty much impossible to lose, but unfortunately no Veiled Orb this time. Gambling still exists, but at this point it is unlikely that we're gonna get something better from Faustus. And now that we got a decent amount of Shaper and Elder maps, we can switch things a little and that means it's time to use our third L3, speccing into Ritual. Then you know how Ritual can be, sometimes you get big drops, some other times you just defer bubblegum currency. Best case, we would get a huge upgrade or an omen of connections for choosing a 6 link on our body armor, but neither happened, so it ended up being a waste of time for the amount that I put into it. Back to the essence of WoW, we quickly get a new wand to use. Finally, it is time to go for Elder and Shaper maps. Now, you can tell this is getting much harder. Also, we are maybe witnessing for special invitations and more splinter drops. Throughout this run, most bosses drop something good, and it seems like it won't stop here. If there is one thing we got from Ritual, that is this heavy belt with fractured strength. We can slam some essences and use it, allowing us to start upgrading red gems and do a gem swap on our 5 link for more DPS using volatility instead of returning projectiles. Shaper isn't all that hard, damage is decent and spell suppression cap makes this fight relatively easy. Just dodge the slam and the beam. Then we must do the Elder, which in my opinion is way easier, but you still gotta be careful. You probably don't want this to happen. Funny enough, you can also kill the Shaper during this fight, so yeah, go get your revenge. In order to obtain the fragments for Uber Elder, we need to clear a total of 4 bosses, Shaper and or Elder. After that, we get some juice and reroll those in case we don't have the right ones. That can happen. Uber Elder isn't all that bad, but there are so many things that you need to be aware of during it. It can go from being super easy to being one of the most stressful fights. Maven, on the other hand, will be a lot more painful. You either agree with me or you don't, which would mean that you're an actual god at PoE. Memory game is one of the worst parts in this, and you might be lucky, get an easy skill check, but sometimes it's just a nightmare. Other than that, there isn't much to do, just don't get hit by the lasers, that's all. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Zero to Hero character. There will definitely be more in the future, and if you're interested in other PoE content I'm streaming daily on Twitch, I got a lot of ideas that I hope will be interesting for both newer and more experienced players. Till the next time, take care.